welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be showing you a soft glam look, a everyday makeup routine that you can do. And first we would start with the e.l.f. brand moisturizer that I put on my face. It helped with my blemishes, and I already did my skincare routine, but this just helped set for my makeup just so it can be a smooth look. So I really love this primer. It doesn't matter what primer you use, this is just the primer I use because it helps with my blemishes. Like I said, you can kind of see it. This is the foundation I use, which is Smashbox, and it is Studio Skin 2. And it works really good. It blends in with my skin so well. It's perfect for my skin tone. I got this from Sephora a long time ago, and I have been using it ever since. I do use other foundations, but this is just my go-to for a quick routine, an everyday makeup look. This is just like a soft glam. I use a sponge, a damp sponge. I wet it before I apply my foundation on my face just because it helps with the foundation, the application, and I just feel like it helps with smoothing it out so it won't be clumpy or like kind of like rubbed on. So that's why I don't use a brush. I think the sponge works better for me. So you kind of want to just go around your face. It looks like I'm damping it in, well, like pushing it in, which I am. So you kind of want to just keep doing that. I don't put it under my eye because I put my concealer straight under my eye. I feel like when I put foundation under there, my concealer don't come out right. So I just try different techniques, and this is what helps better for me to get the look that I'm going for. So you just keep going around your face until you feel like it's in completely, and then when you're ready to stop, you move on to the next step. So I'm going into the concealer, which is by NARS, and it is in shade Ginger. I really love this concealer. It is so perfect on my skin. I put it in the corner of my eye, and then I put it at the very end crease of my waterline. And you kind of want to go in the upward direction just because you kind of want to bring them bags or anything, any puffiness that you have under your eye, you kind of want it to be flat. So that's why I feel like if you go in the upward direction, it gives you that chinky kind of eye look. So I'm going to apply it on both sides, and then also I'm going to apply on my nose as well to get that contour look. You don't have to contour your nose, but this is just what I do. Then I'm going to go in with my concealer sponge, and I'm just gonna pat. You can use a brush for this as well, but I have found that the sponge helps better to apply under my eye because I get puffiness under my eyes. So this helps under my eye, and it won't be looking clumpy, and it will still look smooth. So I will do that on both sides and make sure you get in the corners. And I'm looking in the mirror just to make sure I get in the corners as well while I'm trying to show you guys in the camera. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, after that, I'm going to pat a little more just to make sure that the puffiness is not there anymore. Then I'm going to go in with my contour stick. I don't remember where I got this from, but it doesn't matter really what kind of contour stick you use. I love a dark contour. So I'm going to contour my nose. And I really love my nose, so you kind of just go based off of the shape of your nose. But because I love my shape so much, I kind of just keep the shape of my nose. Then I'm going to put some on my forehead, and then I'm going to put some on my cheek lines. And you can apply as much contour as you want, so you're going to see me go back in and do it because I didn't put a lot this time. And don't mind my lip, I bit my lip, so it kind of looks swollen, the bottom lip. Then I'm going to go in my Anastasia eyebrow pencil. And some people do their eyebrows first. I used to, but like I said, I've been doing makeup for so long. I do my eyebrows last now because I just feel like it just works better out for me once I already applied my foundation. So I start at the middle towards the end, and I define my eyebrow shape. And it's really hard for me to do it in the camera, so you're gonna see me looking in my mirror. So I define my eyebrow shape, and you're gonna clean them up, so don't worry if it looks a little off, because you're gonna clean them up and make them the right size. But I always do my eyebrow shape, which is my natural arch. I don't make an arch, I just go based off of my eyebrows. And this is in shade medium brown, but you go based off of your eyebrow color, and go based off of the hair color. So you can see I shaded at the very end, and then I went in the front and I started to kind of like go over the hairs a little bit to make it like more fuller. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. That is a perfect arch. Some days I have good eyebrow days and some days I don't. It just depends on my mood, or we all have those moments where our eyebrows doesn't look like it did the day before. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. This does take a minute for perfection, so bear with me. So after I feel like it's exactly how I want, I would take like a little small brush for a crease so I can put my concealer on. This is the same NARS concealer in the shade Ginger, and I'm going to clean up my eyebrows now. I don't do a lot of concealer just because I don't like that crease kind of look, if you know what I mean. I want my eyebrows to look natural as possible because I don't have big eyebrows and my eyebrows are already thin. So I don't want that crease look. So I always start at the end of the eyebrow just to clean it up. I kind of don't do the beginning of the eyebrow. I just clean it up just a tad bit. Sometimes I don't clean it up at all. But I know I get the very end, and you would just clean it up and define the eyebrow how you want and what shape you're going for. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. This takes a lot of patience and time, and yeah, it's just very aggravating. My eyebrows be giving me a hard time. And you see how I said I go in maybe like a tad bit in the front just to clean it up to make it even on the other side, but you barely can see it. Then I'm gonna go in with my blending brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to blend my cheeks while I let the concealer sit for a little bit. And you kind of want to pat it in and brush it at the same time, but not wiping it off, if that makes sense. And I'm going to do the same thing on my forehead. And then I noticed that it wasn't dark enough for me, so I'm going to go back in with the same contour stick, and I'm going to do the same thing. And I do get under my cheekbones just to define my cheeks. So you see me going back in just because I wanted more of a defined contour look, because I really love contour. And to me, it just gives the look. Then now I'm going in and I'm blending my concealer that's on my nose. Then I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to blend the contour on my nose. And you don't want to wipe it off. You kind of want to just rub it in so it won't be obvious. And as you can see, it contoured the nose. Then I'm going to go in with this eye contour brush from e.l.f. as well, and I'm going to blend my concealer for my eyebrows. You can use a sponge, but I find that a sponge kind of just wipes off my eyebrows and messes up, so I use a mini brush, and that helps me a lot. So now I'm going to blend the contour on my cheek again, and as you can see, it got darker, which I really love. That's the look that I was going for. So I'm turning to the side so you guys can see it. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to show you guys how it looks. Yes, it's giving. You can see the lines. Then I'm going to go back for my cheekbones to define my cheekbones. I really love my cheekbones. Now I'm going to go in with my powder. I use white powder, which is RCMA, the original, the color powder. And I'm going to use a sponge, and I put it in the top just so it won't be too much, and I also blow it off so it won't be clumpy, and it can go on my skin smooth. And as you can see, you go based off of the contour that you did, so you kind of can see where the contour starts and where it stops, and it runs on very smooth, which that's what you want. You want it to go smooth. And then I do under my eye, and I bring it up again the upward direction, but I don't do too much on my eye, just enough, because you don't want that powdery look, just because I already put concealer on. Then I'm going to let this sit for a little bit, so I'm going to be just looking at myself and getting other things ready. So you kind of want to let it sit for a little bit. I don't let mine sit that long because I don't want to look ashy. But I let it sit for a little bit, and then I go in and brush it off with this edge brush. And then you kind of like just wiping it off, but not really wiping it off, if that makes sense. And that's what I'm going to do in a second. I also was listening to music, so kind of was like feeling myself a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to use my edge brush. Like I said, I can't remember where I got that one from either, but you kind of just want to wipe it off. And you don't want to wipe too much off, but you kind of want it to blend so it doesn't look like you literally put powder there. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. It's all about contouring with me. I feel like that just gives the look a pop. And I'm not a makeup artist, but this is just what works for me, and I love this look for me. This is like an everyday look, so if it's something quick, but if I'm doing like date night or going out or anything like that, I'm gonna, you know, be more dramatic and do more of a glam look and more contouring, which I can do that in another video for another vlog, but this is just like the basics. and bear with me with my lashes, which I love how my lashes look like this, because it's kind of like a no lash look. Here is the Anastasia bronzer palette, and I'm going to put that on my cheeks as well. And I'm going to use a bronzer brush, and I'm going to, you see how my cheeks got darker? So I kind of like use a bronzer on my cheeks. I kind of go over my forehead again and my nose just to give it that brown bronzer kind of look. So now I'm going to take my eyebrow pencil and smooth out my eyebrows, just because I know I have touched them while putting the bronzer on and applying the other makeup. Then I'm going to go in and I'm using my Glow eyeshadow palette, and I love brown. Just because it just gives that new look. It literally goes with anything and everything that you put on, and I just really love that neutral type of vibe. So I always do brown, unless I'm doing like a dramatic look or something, then I might try some pop color, but I really love, my go-to is brown. Any neutral colors, brown, nude, I really just love that because it really goes with everything, like I said, and you can't go wrong with that. Now I'm going to go in with my NYX lip liner, and this is in brown. So I go with the shape of my lips, and my lips is already full, but I just love that extra plump. So I'm going to go around my lips, and I'm going to use my mirror just so I can make sure I get it. And I'm defining my shape. And then when you get to your bottom lip, you kind of want to fold it in a little bit just to make sure that you get the actual line of the lip, because you don't want to overdo it or not do it the right way. So just make sure you fold in your bottom lip a little bit, especially if it's big like mine, just so you can see. Then I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty lip gloss. And I'm going to apply that up there first. And I love this kind of look. And I kind of applied too much, so I'm going to go in and wipe it a little bit, just because I'm going to put a top coat lip gloss on top. So now I'm going to go in with my NYX Butter Gloss, the best lip gloss ever. It just gives, I love this. Sometimes I just do the lip liner and do that, and it just always gives. And I love my lips. Now I'm going to just go with my Flawless face brush and just wipe around everything to make sure I didn't put like no extra things on my face. It's just the finished look. And I don't like highlighter, so that's why I use bronzer too. And then that is my Charlotte setting spray, and I really love that setting spray. It sets the makeup in, and I just really love the glow look after. So you kind of like want to let it air dry a little bit, and then that's pretty much it. This is the finished look. I really love this look. It's me trying to get in the light for me. I really love this look. It's just really easy and on go. You can do it real quick. And yeah, it's just a natural beat, like a everyday go-to look. Real cute, real simple. It doesn't take a long time. It took me at least like 15 minutes. And it's just pretty super quick and easy, and I really love it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys use these products. I'm going to make sure that I put it in the description box as well. And yes, I really enjoyed doing this video with you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I love you guys so much. Bye. It's me. Cannot get out the camera for me, y'all. Like, no, for real. Bye.